My name is Kayla. I'm 6 years old. And this is not just a story. It's a confession. I can still smell the night my life ended and began all over again. Cigarette smoke clinging to the torn curtains of my parents' house. The sour stench of beer soaked into the carpet. The clock ticked 1:07 p.m. and when my father's voice split the air like a shotgun. Get out. I was 17. 17, barefoot on that sticky kitchen floor, clutching my swollen stomach like I was holding onto life itself. My mother stood behind him, her arms folded, her lips tight like she'd swallowed her own guilt and forced it down deep where no one could see. You're pregnant, Kayla. You've brought shame on this family, she hissed. The shame. That word cut deeper than anything. Shame for carrying a child. Shame for surviving in a house where love was rationed and anger was free. I begged. I cried so hard my voice cracked. Please. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anyone. My father didn't blink. He just opened the door and pointed into the darkness. Then you'll learn. Out. The cold night slapped me in the face as I stepped outside. No coat, no bag. Just me, my unborn son, and a silence so loud it crushed me. That was the night they disowned me. And I swore on the life inside me that I would never crawl back. The years that followed were war. I slept in shelters that stank of sweat and bleach. I worked 3 jobs, waitressing, cleaning toilets, folding clothes in a department store where the air smelled like fake perfume and broken dreams. I ate peanut butter from the jar because it was all I could afford, and when my son Ethan was born, I looked into his eyes, those wide, burning eyes, and I made a promise. You will never feel unwanted. You will never know what it's like to be thrown away. I raised him alone. I raised him in hunger, in exhaustion, in the grinding pain of being invisible to the world. But he grew strong, he grew brilliant, and by 15 he was already playing guitar like his veins were made of electricity. Music poured out of him like it was the only language his soul knew. By 20, Ethan wasn't just my son, he was a rising star. Record labels called "Yeah," stages lit up when he walked out. His voice, raw, powerful, echoed through arenas filled with thousands, and me, I was always there. Front row, tears on my cheeks, not tears of sorrow anymore, but of pride. The same pride my parents said I could never feel. It was 9 years later when they came back. I was sitting in Ethan's mansion one night. Yes, mansion, because my boy had made it. I still couldn't believe it sometimes. Marble floors, leather couches, the scent of expensive cologne in the air. My phone buzzed. An unknown number. Hello, Kayla? The voice hit me like a ghost from the grave. My mother. My chest froze. What do you want? She didn't even hesitate. We heard about Ethan. We're so proud. We knew he'd be special. We want to see him. Proud. Proud? I almost laughed. My throat burned. You disowned me, I spat. You left me pregnant and homeless. And now you want in? Her tone turned syrupy sweet, the same false sweetness I remembered from childhood. We were young, Kayla. We made mistakes. Family forgives. Family comes back together. I could hear my father in the background, his voice still gravelly. Tell her we'll meet her son. He needs to know his grandparents. Grandparents. The word made me sick. I hung up. But they didn't stop. They showed up at Ethan's shows, sent letters, left voicemails dripping with fake remorse. We love you. We're proud of you. We just want to be part of his life. And worst of all, they found Ethan. I came home one night to find him sitting at the kitchen counter, his guitar leaning against the wall. Mom, he said carefully. I met them. My heart stopped. Who? He looked at me with those same burning eyes I saw the night he was born. Grandma and Grandpa. The room did they spun? What did they tell you? That they made a mistake, that they want to make it right. His voice cracked just a little. Mom, they seemed. Nice, I grabbed his hands. No, Ethan, listen to me. They don't love you. They don't love me. They love what you've become. They want your success, your spotlight, your money, that's all. He stared at me, torn. People can change, Mom. Not them. Never them. The night of Ethan's biggest concert, the one televised across the country, they showed up backstage. I saw them, my parents, the same faces, older now, wrinkled, worn. But their eyes, Still cold, still selfish, my father gripped Ethan's shoulder like he had a right to it. My mother smiled for the cameras already gathering nearby, and I knew then I wasn't going to let history rewrite itself. Here's where the revenge comes in. I didn't scream. I didn't cause a scene. No, I let them walk into the trap they had built with their own greed. That night, live on stage, Ethan stopped the show halfway through. He lifted the microphone, his voice steady. I want to thank the person who gave me everything, who raised me when no one else would, who sacrificed her life so I could have mine. My mother, Kayla. The spotlight hit me, the crowd roared, my knees shook, and then Ethan's voice cut through the air like thunder. And tonight, I also want to address something personal. Some people who abandoned us have decided to come back now that there's money and fame. But I don't have grandparents. I never did. Because my mother raised me alone. And she is all the family I'll ever need. The cameras swung. My parents were caught in the glare. Their faces drained as thousands of people booed, jeered, shouted them down. My father tried to stand tall, but the sound swallowed him. My mother's fake smile cracked, and for the first time I saw shame on her face, the real kind. Security escorted them out. They left humiliated, disgraced, erased from Ethan's world forever. And I stood there with tears streaming down my face, my son's words echoing in my ears. Justice, revenge, not with fists, not with rage, but with truth, with the power of a son who chose love over blood. So if you're listening to me now, hear this. Revenge doesn't always come with fire and fury. Sometimes it comes with a microphone, a spotlight, and the truth no one can hide from. I was 17 when they threw me away. But 29 years later, I stood tall with my son beside me, and I watched them finally face the emptiness they had carved into their own lives. And I swear to you, there is no sweeter revenge than that.